Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. In the last session, we got ourselves a new companion over here, Mr. Shale, who is pretty done with humans, but he's quite funny, I like him. And we then chatted to everyone in camp and started a relationship with Morrigan, so that's pretty cool. And today we have a choice ahead of us. What main quest should we do? We have the Arl of Redcliffe, seek out Archdemon, a paragon of her kind, gain Orzamer's aid in battling the Blight, and Nature of the Beast, gain the cooperation of the Dalish clans. I think it was the Arl of Redcliffe, I think, that Alistair asked to go to, and then we kind of told him no, because I was more interested in the mage stuff as a mage myself. But now that we've done that, it's probably a good idea to humour Alistair's request and do this one. Alistair thinks you should seek out the help of Aemon Gwerin, the Arl of Redcliffe. Arl Aemon is a highly respected noble and has a great deal of influence in the Landsmeet. Alistair believes he will certainly aid you once he learns about Loghain's betrayal. So is there anything else we have to do whilst in Redcliffe? A Master Armorsmith, we don't know where that is. That's Denerim. Oh wait, these are both Denerim. Companions, the Grimoire, we don't have anything to do with that yet. Places of Power, nothing to do with Redcliffe. No place there, no place there, no place there, okay. Irregulars, okay. Durnal Garrison in Redcliffe. Durnal Garrison. Nothing for that. And deliver the Last Will and Testament to Jetta in Redcliffe. Okay, cool. So we have a Blackstone Irregular to deliver a letter to, and a Last Will and Testament to deliver. Okie dokie. So, who are we taking with us? Well, obviously, Alistair, seeing as it's his gig.
Yes.
Then I think we'll, like, always be taking Wynne, because having a healer on hand is very good. So then I guess we should have a rogue. Do I take Zevran? I really like Liliana, man. I really like Liliana, and Zevran's kind of like, eh. But, like, I'm not going to like Zevran if I don't take him and get to know him a bit more, but his first impression was, like, not great. He gave me an annoying fight and then proceeded to say how, yeah, I sometimes kill innocents when they get in the line of fire and stuff. Like, okay. Whereas Liliana's just really cool. Let's try Zevran out, but I might swap him for Liliana.
Yes.
Right, then we do our sustain thing, we turn it off, get our magic back, turn it back on.
Don't think so.
So that all these guys have it, and then I can't actually exit the camp via that. I have to go to here, and I have to go to Redcliffe Village, Redcliffe Castle. Why are some of these golden? Oh, that's right, yeah, that's the DLC ones. Redcliffe Village, then. Oh, we got a fight on the road. Hello. Friends. We're all friends here, right? Right? Adventurer Leader. Oh, wait, can I just leave?
Rough travels out here, eh? We even saw Darkspawn on the way in. Ooh.
Where are you going?
We're delivering a message to the Chantry in Denerim. You?
I'm here to stop you, am I? What's this about? What's the message about?
We saw a blood mage down near the Brazilian forest. We're off to tell the Chantry about him.
I mean, Blood Mage probably doing bad, but also fuck the Chantry. Fuck you, I'm here to stop you.
I thought you said... Wait, you're serious?
Why not let us deliver your message?
I suppose that's all right. As long as it gets there. Stay safe.
Alright. Quest updated. Which quest is that? Careless accusations. You track down the adventurers and put a stop to their questionable testimony. Return to the Mage's Collective for your reward. Ah, okay. Sweet. That was all that we had to do for that. Okay. Grab me that. Okay. Onwards. Onwards.
Look, can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I should probably have told you earlier.
Let me guess, you're an idiot. What's on your mind?
I told you before how Al Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in? The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother, I suppose.
Right. You don't think you might have told me this before? Doesn't that make you the heir to the throne?
Maker's breath, I hope not. I don't think so. You don't think so, do you? I'm a bastard. And nobody even knows about me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone.
Well, you have
Everyone
now.
who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Does Loghain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it.
Yeah, I probably should. You're the heir to the throne then. I mean, that's kind of what we just asked, but we can use this to our advantage, actually.
Oh, no, I don't like the sound of that, if that's where you're going. It was made very clear to me early on that there's no room for me on the throne.
Times change.
And that's fine by me. No, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh, no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
As you command, my prince.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
Codex updated. Redcliffe. King Calenhad Therin once famously declared the fate of Redcliffe is the fate of all Ferelden. Certainly, the castle is the first and last defence for the sole land route into Ferelden, and the country has never fallen to any force that did not first capture Redcliffe. The castle, which despite being 3 times captured is popularly described as unassailable, also guards one of the largest and most prosperous towns in Ferelden. Redcliffe village is well situated near the mountain pass to Orzammar and the Orlesian border, and so serves as the centre of foreign trade. For these reasons, Redcliffe is accounted an Arling despite the smallness of the domain. The inhabitants of Redcliffe village are primarily fishermen, or merchants who ship dwarven goods through the pass from Orlais to Denerim. When the entire village smells of smoked fish on certain late autumn mornings, the merchants in their finery do their utmost to pretend otherwise. Alrighty. New place to explore. Let's see if there's anything before we cross the bridge real quick. Can we go in here? Nope. Yoink ourselves some death root and move on. Hi there. Thomas?
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
What do you mean? Is there a problem?
So you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard Al Eamon is sick, if that's what you mean?
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days.
Is that abnormal?
We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn.
That's abnormal.
Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Well, that's just typical, isn't it?
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, Arlemon's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Alrighty. Sup?
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They're obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Tern Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So you are a Grey Warden as well. A pleasure to meet you. I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother. Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill.
What a remarkable coincidence.
No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
Well, I guess you'll just have to send me in there. What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arleman.
Of course we'll help.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
This is not right.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I want to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
So you have some of Arl Eamon's knights here?
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
Quest? Oh, their search for the Urn of Sacred Ashes.
Yes, I question Isolde's decision to send so many knights in search of this relic. But I am a practical man, whereas she is a woman of great faith. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
Why are you in the chantry with the villagers?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
Do you need more men in here with you?
We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
What happens after the battle is over?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
What exactly are these things that attack the village?
I do not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Undead, perhaps. Spirits possessing the bodies of the dead. We could be dealing with a mage, but who would do such a thing?
I should get back to work.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
And with you. New ability, inspired minor willpower. What the fuck? That's a whole lot of shit I just got. Okay, Redcliffe. Prepare Redcliffe for the attack. He's directed you to Sir Perth and Murdoch. Okay. What? Why is Redcliffe still lit up? There's nothing new in there. The Isle of Redcliffe. Yeah, alright.
What do you need? There is not much daylight left.
Can we chat more?
This is hardly the time to be discussing personal details, don't you think? We will have to fight for our lives very shortly.
And thus, I'd like to know something about you.
I suppose that's not too much to ask. I did not mean to be brusque.
What will you do if Arlemon's dead?
I don't know. If Connor lives, he'll be the Arl, and I'll need to help him with it. If he's... well, I don't want to think about that.
Why have you stayed? Why didn't you just leave?
After the first attack, I wanted to go for help, but I couldn't just leave these people. The Bannon gear up to battle Loghain, while Darkspawn loom to the south. Loghain won't send anyone, so Redcliffe is on its own.
Are you a skilled warrior?
Skilled enough to know there are many far better than myself. Good, then my secrets are still safe. I was worried for a moment there. Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
It's doing
What
that
do you
thing
need?
again where
There's
the
not much
screen
daylight
like
left.
flashes white when I click an option. I want to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
Never mind,
Very
that's
well.
it.
Luck
Alright.
be with you, my friend.
Alrighty.
Let us pray. Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness.
The chant of
Blessed
light
art
on the
thou,
commandments of the
God.
Maker. The truths the Maker has revealed to me. As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God, and he is our Maker. They are sinners who have given their love to false gods. Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over him. Foul and corrupt are they who have taken his gift and turned it against his children. They shall be named Maleficar, accursed ones. They shall find no rest in this world or beyond. All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest kings. Those who bring harm without provocation to the least of his children are hated and accursed by the Maker. Those who bear false witness and work to deceive others know this: there is but one truth. All things are known to our Maker, and he shall judge their lies. All things in this world are finite. What one man gains, another has lost. Those who steal from their brothers and sisters do harm to their livelihood and to their peace of mind. Our Maker sees this with a heavy heart.
Seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter,
When will they be
sacrificed to the
back?
holy
I
flame.
miss them.
May the chant reach the Maker's ear.
Okay.
I'm scared, Mother. When are the bad men coming?
Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be all right.
Will
I
it
want
though?
to go home. Where's Father? Why can't we go home?
I already told you. Father is outside defending the village from the bad men. We must stay here and be brave. Can you do that?
I guess so.
You're gonna die in the next few hours.
What will we do? Night approaches and our men are outside ready to die for us.
Demonic possession. Why do demons seek to possess the living? History claims they are malevolent spirits, the first children of the Maker, angry at their creator for turning from them, and jealous of those creations he considered superior. They stare across the veil at the living and do not understand what they see, yet they know they crave it. They desire life. They pull the living across the veil when they sleep and prey on their psyche with nightmares. Whenever they can, they cross the veil into our world to possess it outright. We know that any demon will seek to possess a mage, and upon doing so will create an abomination. Most of the world does not know, however, that the strength of an abomination depends entirely on the power of the demon that possesses the mage. This is true, in fact, of all possessed creatures. One demon is not the same as any other. Demons can, for instance, be classified. Enchanter Brahm's categorizations of demons into that portion of the psyche they primarily prey upon has held since the Tower Age. According to Brahm, the weakest and most common of demons are those of rage. They are the least intelligent and most prone to violent outbursts against anything living. They expend their energies quickly, the most powerful of them exhibiting great strength and occasionally the ability to generate fire. Next are the demons of hunger. In a living host, they become cannibals and vampires, and within the dead they feed upon the living. Theirs are the powers of draining, both of life force and of mana. Next are the Demons of Sloth, the first on Brahm's scale that are capable of true intelligence. In its true form, this demon is known as a shade, a thing which is nearly indistinct and invisible, for such is Sloth's nature. It hides and stalks, unaware, and when confronted it sows fatigue and apathy. Demons of Desire are among the most powerful, and are the ones most likely to seek out the living and actively trick them into a deal. These demons will exploit anything that can be coveted, wealth, power, lust, and they will always end up getting far more than they give. A Desire demon's province is that of illusions and mind control. Strongest of all the demons are those of Pride. These are the most feared creatures to loose upon the world, masters of magic, and in possession of vast intellect. They are the true schemers. It is they who seek most strongly to possess mages, and will bring other demons across the Vale in numbers to achieve their own ends, although what that might be has never been discovered. A greater Pride demon brought across the Vale would threaten the entire world. From the Maker's First Children by Beda, Senior Enchanter of Ostwick, 812 Blessed. Cool, nice little hierarchy there. Thedas Calendar. For most good folk, the details of our calendar have little purpose. It is useful only for telling them when the summer day festival will be held, when the snows are expected to begin, and when the harvest must be complete. The naming of the years are a matter for historians and taxmen, and few, if pressed, could even tell you the reason that our current age is named after dragons. It is 930 Dragon Age, the 30th year of the 9th age since the crowning of the Chantry's first divine. Right, that makes sense, okay. 30th year, so that's the 30, of the 9th age, so that's the age, okay. Each age is exactly 100 years, with the next age's name chosen in the 99th year. The scholars in Val Royeaux advise the Chantry of portents seen in that 99th year, and Chantry authorities pore over the research for months before the divine announces the name of the imminent age. The name is said to be an omen of what is to come, of what the people of Thedas will face for the next 100 years. The current age was not meant to be the Dragon Age. In fact, these games were supposed to be called something completely different. Throughout the last months of the Blessed Age, the Chantry was preparing to declare the Sun Age. Ah! God damn! You should have gone with that, mate! You should have gone with the Sun Age! Named for the symbol of the Orlesian Empire, which at that time sprawled over much of the south of Thedas and controlled both Ferelden and what is now Navarra. It was to be a celebration of Orlesian imperial glory. But as the rebellion in Ferelden reached a head, and the Battle of River Dane was about to begin, a peculiar event occurred. A rampage, the rising of a dreaded high dragon. Dragons had been thought practically extinct since the days of the Navarran dragon hunts, and they say that to see this great beast rise from the frostbacks was both majestic and terrifying. As the rampage began and the high dragon decimated the countryside in its search for food, the elderly divine Faustine II abruptly declared the Dragon Age. Some say the divine was declaring support for Orlais in the battle against Ferelden, since the dragon is an element of the Dufale family heraldry of King Megran, the so-called usurper king of Ferelden. Be that as it may, the High Dragon's rampage turned towards the Orlesian side of the Frostback Mountains, killing hundreds and sending thousands more fleeing to the northern coast. The Ferelden rebels won the Battle of River Dane, ultimately securing their independence. Many thus think that the Dragon Age will come to represent a time of violent and dramatic change for all of Thedas. It remains to be seen. From the Studious Theologian by Brother Genetivi, Chantry Scholar, 925 Dragon Age. Man, imagine if these games were called Sun Age. That'd be sick.
Good day.
Oh, it's Jetta.
You're a Grey Warden, right? Were you in Ostagar? In the Korkari Wilds?
Indeed I was.
My husband and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
I have bad news for you.
I am. You've heard of me?
Them bitches dead. I have something here from your husband.
Oh? Oh, his lockbox. If you're bringing me this... Oh, no.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
Sorry. Thank you so much for bringing this to me. It means a lot, too. Maker's blessings upon you.
Honestly, she took that pretty well. Your husband and child are dead. And she's like, oh, no. Well, thanks for letting me know.
These are terrible times. Just terrible.
Right, your request.
I'm so scared, Father.
Think
What are we going to do?
I lived to see the Arl and King both dead, and my own village ready to fall.
Tough times out here, man.
Sorry. Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Are you okay? Why are you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time. Everywhere. And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Why would he run off, do you know?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
Grief can make us do many things that don't make any sense, I'm afraid.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Have you tried looking for him yourself?
I went to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
What would you give to find him?
I have nothing. Everything we owned is in our house. If you found my brother, I would be eternally grateful. Oh, please, couldn't you look for him? I'm begging you.
Just how grateful are we talking here?
I would do anything, sir. If you found Bevan, I would.
Where would he go?
I thought he'd be at home, but he never came when I called him. If he doesn't come back tonight, I'm just so afraid for him.
A missing child. Now Bevan's run off, he doesn't know where he is and has failed to find him. So just find him is the quest, essentially. Alright, out we go. Let's hit up a cheeky save. And then it is village exploration time.
I can't believe that fool Dwyn just barricaded himself into his house. Selfish bastard.
Yeah, that's a pretty big dick move. Wait, no. It's not a big dick move. It is a dick move that is big.
It's not just Redcliffe having trouble, is it? I've heard the news. These are dark times indeed.
Indeed. Indeed. Right, what have we got? Yoink. Is there going to be much to explore? Lake Callanhad, no swimming. The waters of Lake Callanhad are steeped in legends. The Avar people say that it was once the site of Belenas, the mountain which stood at the centre of the world, from which Korth and Mountain Father surveyed the earth and sky. But it was destroyed in the battle between Korth and the serpent Nathramar, leaving only a vast crater behind. When the Lady of the Skies saw that Belenas was gone, she wept, and her tears filled the crater, making the lake. The Tevinters believed that the waters of Lake Callanhad were blessed by Razikael, god of mysteries, and that those who drank from them were granted special insights. This is why they built the great tower on an island in the middle of the lake, hoping the powers of the lake would aid their magical research. But most of us know the legend of King Callanhad, which gives the place its name. It is said that Callanhad Therin spent a year and a day in the Tower of the Magi. Each day he drew a single cup full of water from the lake and carried it to the Fulmari at the top of the tower. By magic, each cup of water was forged into a single ring of the mail armor the circle gave to Callanhad. In that armor, made from the lifeblood of the land itself, no blade could strike him, no arrow pierce him, so long as he stood on Ferelden soil. Very nice, very nice. Yoink! Thank you. Love a nice yoink. General store, hello. It's looking a bit fucked. A tattered shopping list. Sugar, wheat flour, fillet knife, ginger for grandpa's flatulence, ink, cod liver oil, dried mushrooms, rogue or legion. Wait, is that... No, it's not rogue, that's rouge, right? Rouge. I always get Rogue and Rouge. I'm always like, does the U go after or before the G? Also remember to ask if more beeswax will be available soon. A note on crumpled paper. There is lamp oil in these barrels. A village under siege. Find a use for the barrels of oil. Perhaps someone could use them to defend Redcliffe. Okay. Can you do lockpicking? Yes.
I'm afraid not.
Fuck. Motherfucker. You're useless. God damn it. I'm bringing Leliana in future. Okay, that's it in here then. God damn it. Now I'm going to have to re-explore this whole place with Leliana and as well re-explore fucking the Mage Tower with Leliana. Anything around? The Legend of Calenhad, Chapter 1. We've already read Chapter 2. Prior to the crowning of King Calenhad, Ferelden was little more than a collection of independent Arlings and Tairnirs that warred on each other constantly over petty matters. Calenhad was born in 510 Exalted as the third son of a high-ever merchant on hard times. He was eventually sent to a distant cousin, a poor young knight named Sir Ferelden, who made Calenhad his squire and dog handler. As the tale goes, Sir Ferelden and his squire became caught up in one of the Wars of Unity at the time. Arl Mirden was a strong but generally disliked man who was making a bid for kingship. Ferelden's own lord, a young fool of an Arl named Tenedor, no older than Calenhad, was besieged by Mirden's forces at his castle, today known as West Hill. When Mirden called Tenedor out to parley, the young Arl asked for a volunteer from among the squires, someone who could masquerade as Tenedor in the parley party. Calenhad kneeled before Tenedor and asked for the honour. Much to Tenedor and Sir Ferelden's dismay, Calenhad immediately identified himself to Arl Mirden. When asked by the Arl why he was here, Calenhad explained that he had been asked to take the place of his lord. The Arl said that he had planned to kill Tenedor. Was Calenhad willing to die in his lord's place as well? Calenhad impressed Mirden and his allies by saying that he was. Mirden offered Calenhad a place as his own squire, but Calenhad refused, stating that if Mirden had planned on betraying the right of parley, he was no man of honour. Mirden's allies laughed at that, and Mirden himself conceded that Calenhad had a point. He allowed Calenhad to return to the castle safely and launched his final assault. During the assault, both Tenedor and Ferelden were killed, but Calenhad found himself in one-on-one combat with Arl Mirden. In front of all Mirden's allies, Calenhad defeated the Arl and commanded he call off his armies. The Arl asked Calenhad who he professed to serve now if both his knight and his lord were dead, to which Calenhad replied that he would do as his honour bade him to, for he had nothing else. "You are not a man known for your honour," Calenhad said, "but I believe you wish to be. You allowed me to live once, so now I do the same for you. Perhaps if more of our people live by honour, we will learn to trust each other long enough to live together." And with that, Calenhad withdrew his sword. "I am humbled by your words," Arl Mirden told Calenhad, dropping to one knee. To his allies he shouted that he now knew he would never be king, but he knew who should be. With that, Mirden pledged allegiance to Calenhad, whom he named Tairn, and ruler of Tenedor's lands. Very cool. And then we did already read this. He got the allegiance of Arl Mirden, began his rise to greatness. Just want to quickly reread this to get this in my head. Famously beautiful daughter of Mirden. Right, yes. Became unstoppable. Last battle. United the nation. Wife intervened. Crowned king. Peaceful for a time. Common folk loved him. And then Golden Age was not to last. Right, cool. Cool. Oh, when you approach the dresser, something moves inside. You hear a short, surprised intake of breath, and then silence. Hello?
Go away. This isn't your home.
Young man, come out this instant.
Yes, ma'am. All right, I came out. You won't hurt me, will you? I'll go back to the Chantry if you really want.
I don't want that. Oh, this is the fucking kid, right. What's your name?
It's Bevan. My sister is Caitlin. She's probably at the Chantry looking for me.
Are you avoiding her?
No, I just didn't want to be in the Chantry anymore. Everyone's scared, and I want to be brave.
So you're bravely hiding in a closet. How is hiding in a dresser being brave?
I wasn't always in here. I hid when I heard you coming. Well, I shouldn't tell you. It's a secret.
Are you sure? Maybe I could help you.
You could. Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was Grandfather's. And Grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like Grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
Where's the sword now?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
But I could use that sword to help the village.
But I can't give it to you. It was Father's. Caitlin would be so mad if I did.
Shit. Perhaps I could help you and your sister in return?
You could? Maybe you could give my sister money? She said if we had money, we'd be alright. Even if Mother is dead.
I'll talk to your sister about it, I promise.
Oh, alright. Here's the key. I hope you use it to kill a lot of those bad people. I should go back to the Chantry. Good luck.
Cheers, bruh. Cheers, bruh. Right, let's go see about getting this sword then. Anything else in here? Bookshelf? Cautionary tales for the adventurous. It was then that he realized he wasn't alone. The abandoned camp in front of him was unbelievably welcoming, like a mirage. The fire felt like a warm hand grabbing his heart. It reminded him of a previous life, so long ago, when he was happy. Running on the sunflower fields with his boy, the sun on his face, lying next to the fireplace with his beautiful wife in his arms. He felt a sharp pain in his heart. His thoughts shifted to that fateful day when everything changed. Blood was everywhere. He held the body of his dead wife in his arms. Around him, the ashes of his burned house fell like snow. The stench was terrible. It smelled like Darkspawn. He grabbed his axe, touched the icy cold hands of his boy, and left. He would kill them. He would kill them all. The pain in his heart was unbearable. He opened his eyes and saw the second most terrifying thing he would see in his life. A shadowy wraith leaning over him, leeching his life away. Around him the camp was gone, replaced by something familiar, almost peaceful. Bones, death, and despair. He wondered if all his life had been an illusion, if he'd ever had a family. For a brief moment he felt relief. You can't lose something you've never had. But being this close to death brought clarity. He knew it was real. Everything else was the illusion. You could see the smile on his torn face. He had been waiting for this moment for a long, long time. He lifted his weak arms, grasped the demon's face, and kissed it. It felt like kissing a cloud made of sand and dust. Suddenly, all sorrow left him, and with it, the last bit of life he had. Before his limp body hit the ground, it was all over. He was finally free. Yeesh! The Green Blade. It is a one-hander. How's it going for Alistair? It's better damage, it's better crit chance, it is better armor penetration, it has the same strength modifier, and also nature resistance, and also more damage versus beasts, and also can be fucking added a thingy-madoohickey to it. So that is very cheeky. A blade fashioned by the elves of long ago, this longsword has seen many battles over the ages. Its surface is smooth and strangely warm to the touch.
Seth!
Oh, Alistair. The Green Blade. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So that's everything in here then. All right. What about up here? Nothing? Dead end? Okay. Wait, isn't this where we just... Yeah. Dwin's home. We can't go in. This is the dude that barricaded himself. The door is locked and looks as if it's been recently repaired. Lock picking? Pick the lock on the door? Let's ask first. Hello? No one answers. Knock? No response. Lock picking. You failed to pick the lock. It is now hopelessly jammed. Well, shit. Break that shit open.
Wonderful. Intruders. I hope you have a good reason for breaking and entering into my home.
Intimidate or intimidate? I apologize. I don't mean any harm.
Apology accepted. The name's Dwin. Pleased to meet you. Now get out.
What are you doing shut up in here?
Surviving. We have supplies to last for quite some time. And my boys and I can swing a weapon better than any of those fools out there.
You should be out there helping defend the village, man.
Why? When did this town ever rush to my rescue?
Let's see if they'll come rushing when I attack you. No. Shit, I mean, he's not gonna like either of these. But this is a threat, and this is an insult. Let's go with the insult before we go with the threat.
You look more than competent. With you out there, they don't really need me, do they?
Can't I change your mind?
Maybe. Let's hear what you've got.
I'll put in a good word for you with Ban Tegan or the Arl.
And what good would that do me? The Arl's probably dead. I couldn't care less what Tegan thinks of me. What else you got?
How about gold? I'll hire you to fight for the village.
Are you serious?
Yes? How much?
I won't even stick my head out my door for less than 100 silvers.
I won't go any higher than 50.
Do I look like an elf? I'm not that cheap. It's 100, or it's no deal.
Shit. Fine, I'll pay it.
You're getting off easy there. But like you say, I guess this town needs a hero. You better be out there too when the sun goes down. I'm not fighting for a lost cause, you hear me?
Lost 1 gold. Well, fuck. Oh well. Hopefully that helps out later on. Chest that is unopenable. Alright. I'm surprised he wasn't more mad about the fact that we fucking broke his lock, but, sure. We will accept that he's chill about it. Right, we've been around there. Yeah, okay.
Still no sign of him coming.
Stop fidgeting.
Let's see if that girl's got anything to say now.
Bevan said you were the one who found him. I can't possibly repay you.
I'll take a kiss from a pretty girl? I mean, I don't think Morrigan would be a fan of that. Then again, Morrigan's not here, so no. About the sword I found in your home.
Bevan told me about Grandfather's sword. So you have it then? I suppose it won't go to waste, at least.
Perhaps I could pay you something for it?
I have no idea what it's worth, to be honest. And you found Bevan. I couldn't ask you for money.
Oh my god, I just paid a gold. I can't... Thanks for the gift.
Join the Grey Wardens. Steal from orphans. Let's kick a grandmother next. That should make us real popular.
Then use it well. Thank you again for Bevan. With my mother gone, well, I'm just glad he's safe. I can't thank you enough.
Okay, I've got to see what she says.
You're very sweet. I suppose there's no harm in it.
Kiss.
Oh my. Stay safe tonight. And good luck.
Alistair disapproves. Banter. It's just a bit of banter, Alistair. You've just got to accept the banter, you know? Although I think he was disapproving over the cash rather than the kiss. But, motherfucker, we just spent 100 silver to get that dude to fight. I can't afford to drop more silver on someone that is offering it to us for free, you know?
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
You heard wrong.
So you say? A damn Qunari could walk up and say he was a Grey Warden. I wouldn't know the difference. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
That's good. The survival rate of ingrates is remarkably low, so I hear.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
How's morale?
The men's spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest. Dwin's presence makes the men a bit more confident. It helps to know a veteran is on our side tonight.
Oh, that's...
It would help if we had decent equipment. There weren't enough swords in Owen's shop. The men's armor is nearly falling off. We're better off than we were. I don't know that we would ever be really ready for battle, though. I just hope I'm alive tomorrow morning.
That's interesting, because that dialogue must have changed because I got that guy to fight. What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
What kind of fucking moron refuses to help when they're all about to die? Why does he refuse to talk?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
Nobody else can do them?
Not by nightfall, and not well enough that I'd be happy to test it in combat. If there were others, don't you think I'd ask them?
Anything else you need?
We could always use some extra bodies. I see you've convinced Dwin to come out and help. That'll make a huge difference.
I want to discuss something
Shouldn't
else.
you be trying to reason with Owen? Oh? Ask away.
Where can I get supplies?
If you want weapons and such, you'd go to the blacksmith, but there isn't much left there.
But there's nowhere to actually buy or sell things?
Commerce isn't exactly our biggest concern right now, but you might want to speak to Lloyd at the tavern. I wouldn't trust him, though.
Tell me about what's happened here.
Don't rightly know. We heard the Arl was sick and getting worse, but after a while we heard nothing at all. A few folks went up to the castle to see what was going on. They couldn't get in. Nobody was there, not a soul. And then those horrid creatures attacked the village. They were everywhere, people dying. It was awful. Good thing Bantegan was here.
Do you know anything about the illness?
No. I know the Alessa sent the knights out for a cure. You can ask Sir Perth about it. He was one of them. Shouldn't you be trying to reason with Owen? Oh? Ask away.
Why have you been stationed here?
We're the last defenders of them folks in the Chantry. The women, elderly, and the children. They're the ones we need to protect. No matter what happens, we can't let them evil things in there. If they die, the village is done.
Alright, carry on then.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
Questicle updated. Talk to the stubborn blacksmith. And we need to talk to Sir Perth. What's the map looking like right now? So that's the Chantry. We've explored down there. We've done Caitlyn's home. We've done General Store. We've done Dwin's home. Ahead of us is the smithy. To the left is the tavern, and over there is Perth. Okay. Okay, the smithy's locked.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Is this Owen the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I'd prefer not to speak through a door. Can I come in?
All right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Howdy.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
My name's Dalen, a Grey Warden helping Ban Tegan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that.
I do, because I opened that conversation with, is that Owen?
Or is there something in particular you wanted?
Why have you locked yourself in here?
My girl, Velena. Is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village, or anyone!
I will rescue your daughter.
It'd do me the world of good to think maybe someone like you could go in and find her. Provided any of us live through the night.
What about the militia? They need your help.
If you look for Velena, I'll reopen the smithy and make some repairs for the militia. I can do that much.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing, and I didn't believe him either. I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise.
We will do our best. Please believe us, friend.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least. Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
New quest, Lost in the Castle. Win approves, lovely jubbly. Find Velena. Okie doke.
I must admit, it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no way I'm sobering up before morning, however.
Nice to see you have some purpose.
I've you to thank for that, stranger. Just do what you've promised, and it will have been worthwhile.
What do you know about what's going on?
You mean why are these creatures attacking the village? Obviously something wicked corrupts the castle. My daughter used to tell me the Alessa was up to something, hiding things from her husband. I told Velena she was imagining things. But maybe the Alessa was involved in something. Blood magic, maybe.
What else did your daughter say?
She thought the Alessa was having an affair with some tutor she hired for the boy, Connor. I never listened much to her talk about it, though I wish now I had. It doesn't matter anyway. She's lost to me, and I can't do anything about her warnings now.
What do you know about the Alessa?
Only that she's an Orlesian girl from beyond the Western Mountains. Far too young for our Arl. That's what I say. And too proud and headstrong from the sounds of it.
You think the Alessa made him sick?
I'd never make such accusations. But maybe, if she was using foul magic, then maybe she just did at that.
Have you told anyone else?
Of course not. And who would I tell? And what good would it do now, eh? I just wish I'd paid more heed to my girl.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Let's talk business.
Right. I haven't got much, obviously, but I'll do whatever I can for you.
Okay, do I give a shit about any of this? I don't think so. Like, how does this compare? It's got 4 defense, it's the same, it's got the same defense, but worse fatigue, better missile deflection, doesn't have the spell resistance. Yeah, no, it's shit. It's shit in comparison. Any cool stuff here? No. No. Your stuff sucks, my dude. Alright, well, let's let the mayor know that he's up and at him.